So I don't think Rare Adam's task is particularly easy, especially facing off against one of the top teams within the Europe or within the Asia scene, like the Mongols. This is a very difficult best of 3 to call. So I have high hopes for Rare Adam to have learned some lessons away from day 1 of the Jönköping close qualifiers, but I have to also temper expectations because the Mongols are a very, very big fish in a relatively small pond.
I mean, there's some of the people who have helped expand the size of the pond, right? But at the same time, it does feel like Mongols right now are at a turning point in their team as well. About where it's going to go. They could be the ones being caught on their way down. They could be right on the bounce up as well. And this first match will be incredibly important for them today. X-Pro, whatever, get the first shot off. Dink down and taken down. 9-10's there with the follow-up. Corey is the man you want to have when there's this much pressure on, but he's electing to back away, letting the bomb be planted, and they'll play for the retake instead. No kits, so it won't be easy, but it has to be done.
Still waiting for the rotates. 4 players will be available here, but they have no ability to thin the herd. Corey's still trying to probe into the bomb site, but somebody out in the open dinked immediately, but a body spam onto Mzinho, who couldn't land the follow-up shot. They're flurrying straight into this bomb site and finding so much success. Senzu still on that high ground and that high-low setup. Summer closes the gap, but Senzu still alive and kicking, and he'll hit both headshots he needs to. A 4K from the youngster, and the Mongols taking away that pistol.
If there was any question about what Senzu we're going to see today, I think it's been answered. It's a good one. And I'm looking forward to seeing more of him. Obviously, he's a player who is I think it's fair to say he's been very map dependent even in his career overall so far. It does feel like, Mirage was one of those maps where he does have the S tier gameplay that comes through. Occasionally, he'll have it on Inferno too, but more so on the T side. And then outside of that, things did taper off. I think Anubis is the kind of map that helps.
Yeah, maybe Ancient as well. I remember some really solid performances from Senzu on that map. It's all about unlocking him, effectively. He's not the youngest guy on the team, but he's not far off. Mzinho, of course, being 16.
He's the youngest guy on most teams. He was.
Yeah.
Well,
really nicely handled. Just a simple B push there from Rare Adam on USPs, and they get a whole lot of nothing accomplished. So the Mongols, that heavy investment into rifles, will actually be worked to their benefit moving into this first gun round.
I'm glad you brought up Ancient, because I just realized the third map is an Ancient decider. If we go to it, Mongols won't have Hustic, and it did feel like he was like a big part of their success in Ancient. That was his map specialty.
Yeah. Hit like crazy timings on lurks every time.
Yeah. Wow. Good anti-flash position from 9-10, but he traded out too quickly. Somebody keeps it going. He gets a second one as well. Really nicely done to give them the advantage. Senzu wasn't able to recover the AK and fight back in time as well. So now this is going to be all the more difficult. Somebody continues to contest.
Yeah, kind of wild that he just keeps on fighting and sat close to the smoke inside of A main. He tanks the HE that was thrown his way. Summer has to face check into dark, but only spots one. bLitz immediately dealt with, but Summer's kind of lined up for the trade. Senzu cannot line the following shots up, and in fact finds another on his exit. Exceptional work once again from Summer. Tough positions. It feels like he only gets stronger the less HP he has.
And I am really loving this Summer somebody canal aggression combination. Does feel like it's just a perfect pairing for it. Something I didn't even consider, but that's a good time. Just keep fighting, keep fighting, keep fighting.
Yeah, it's so high risk, but you can see the Mongols were definitely caught off guard by the Rare Adam willingness to do that in the opening gun round. It's not as though they've had a baseline precedent set. That's the precedent they come into this map with, and it will keep the Mongols honest in their default.
Ninetales not going to be feeling too happy about that one. The follow-up shot from somebody makes him an even sadder boy. Senzu, as he starts to make his way back over, is being burnt up by the Molotov. Summer is playing this perfectly. He is having so much faith in that smoke out on B main, but he doesn't realize that the Molotov doesn't spread to the corner. So with that, Senzu had an angle that could have held. Summer taken down. Nafuzi needed to come back in. Senzu's spam is still too much for him to actually contend with. Even standing inside the smoke proved to be too dangerous.
Yeah, I mean, you shouldn't have opened your mouth, you know? You're like, somebody, Summer is playing this perfectly, and then he walked straight in and had literally no idea where his Molotov actually covered.
I formally apologize to all the Rare Adam fans.
Yeah, he was playing it perfectly until he wasn't.
He wasn't.
Yeah. Much faster pace, though, from the Mongols. Showed their hand over towards B main. That's where he had the nice shot from somebody, but just didn't have a watchful eye into canals or dark. And they suffer as a result of it. A nice round from Senzu, who's off to a pretty flying start. Of course, got 4 of his kills in the pistol round, but he's now up to 7 and 1. And we've seen this on quite a few teams. You know, I want to say star player role really is dark, because I very often, you know, your best anchors are going to be playing that B bomb site probably from that position, and so it's kind of like a star head-to-head in quite a few matchups. So I really do like that we have Senzu kind of in that position, because we don't know how the roles are going to flesh out properly on this Mongol squad with Senzu added to the team. I'm sure they're still feeling it out as well.
Life out for so long. I am surprised. Guess he's just gone for the read that Summer won't be beaten this time. Summer, though, he's waiting for Senzu to come in. Headshot won't matter. In the exchanges of headshots, Senzu will be the one to be the victor. bLitz is forced to back off. Knows there's a Molotov on the other side of that smoke, and no reason to get burnt. Not yet. Ooh. Finisher. Techno still in though, traded out again. Somebody still alive, not expected over here on this bomb site perhaps. The third player, having rotated in from his prior position at A, he is the difference maker.
Are they going to read where Mzinho is coming in from? There was a gap that was available, and now Mzinho making steps. Somebody clued into it. A nice triple from him. Lapping up a few of those weakened players, that's for sure, but as soon as he got the kill on 9-10, understood that he was completely isolated, even though he had the bomb. It's more important that he tries to play his life. And he succeeds. The Mongols, I mean, that was a nice opening from Senzu and 9-10 in towards Dark. They even swap into that AWP, but just couldn't make much progress afterwards. They were hoping for a mistake, and even though Rare Adam peeked into them, they also found a kill very frequently on the peaks.
It does feel a little bit point. Corey not going to be able to hold down mid. That means another M4 can be picked up for one of these pistols, and bLitz will be the one to receive it. They're trying to focus back out onto A main. X-Pro's not ready for the peak. Mzinho is able to force him out of the server, and this might be a safe goal for the CTs. Falsey stays around for too long. This was not a round that he realistically could have contested. Summer and somebody would just be throwing away guns at this point. Summer has done that already, but I think somebody should be doing so. First kill found. Nade to the back lines. Has revealed his position. Let's see how much the Mongols want to hunt.
There's kind of no need. Money's not great here for Rare Adam. Saving this weapon does have some importance, but the Mongols want to try and restabilize their economy. Of course, like you mentioned, they didn't come in with pristine rifles across the board. But keeping 3 surviving is not a bother. You know, we've seen an expansion of the bomb radius across the entire pool, basically. Anubis is kind of the one exception, weirdly. You can be quite close to the bomb sites comparative to, say, Mirage, Inferno, for example, Overpass, and you take
Nuke.
Basically no damage. Well, yeah, Nuke is... I mean, the bomb sites are basically in the same spots, so... But yeah, every other map, bomb radius big, Anubis, still bomb small. Good nade and damage onto Corey. tried to fight and spam in through the mid house, and N10 did take a fair amount of damage at the start of this round, courtesy of the double nade from A main. Rather from the A site.
No, Zenzu gets contested by Summer very frequently. He's winning that exchange out. So Corey on the other side, and Mzinho's taken down. Fuzi jumping up, will be able to upgrade into an AK as well. He doesn't have much HP, so somebody elects to pick it up instead.
Yeah, this is actually very, very big. The fact they've got into a 3-on-3 and the Mongols don't have space or territory towards one side of the map. They're just clustering up together, and it has spread the defenses of Rare Atom, but these players are so low HP that it becomes very difficult to make this work. Corey even giving a sound cue over on his reload, so they could hyper-fixate. As soon as they don't see them towards Brick, Posey, ooh, right into the crosshairs, and Corey only good for one. So a 1-on-2 now presented here for somebody with no kit available.
I'm really surprised that they choose to let go of mid like that, right? You know, Corey was keeping an eye out through camera, but then also Fuzi was looking like he wants to rotate in. That's the crossfire they want to set up. I don't know whether somebody getting that much information, that was the reason why they elect to maybe focus more on A main, but just slightly strange.
I think the real suicidal move is Summer swinging wide into canals from dark with a Mag 7. No smoke, no flash, a Mag 7 into canals. I mean, that's a very long sight line.
That's just Summer for you, right? I'm used to that at this point.
It's just so ridiculous. Yeah. Like, he obviously was fixated on the player that was going to be, like, creeping close to dark, and I get it. But if there's anybody watching from canals, you just die. So,
I mean, just to remind everyone, Summer and somebody are from the era of Asian CS where they are the reasons why Asian CS is, you know, a little bit of a meme, because they're the ones who were like, you know what, we're literally going to be some of the best aimers in the world, and we will run at you. We don't care what it is. We don't care what the economics say. We don't care what anything is. We will run at you.
Yeah. By utility, why use it? You know, that era.
$3,700 is all I need for a full player.
Well, they're trying to make a change. And, you know, maybe that round wasn't a great example of it. You can still have the added aggression and some of the unreasonableness. But it has to be at certain moments. You know, you have to kind of pick your battles.
We're looking to taper, not neuter.
Mm-hmm.
Bomb has been planted.
Oh. Mzinho doesn't want any of that heat. Plays on the other hand, knows the importance of anti-eco frags to his confidence.
Terrorists win.
Very nice. Even juggling the aggression. bLitz knew he was low, so pulled over for Techno, and he's able to cover his in-game leader. Mongols off to a flying start so far on this T side. Already more than halfway through this first half, and well, they've guaranteed that it can at least be equal. Thing is, the Mongols are going to almost certainly try and go for more. I mean, if we're thinking about the score lines that were had, 7-5, 8-4 in the last time they faced off against Rare Atom, they can't take leads for granted.
Senzu's gonna have this one. Somebody's not ready for it. And now Senzu flashed up, but the timing isn't great. Fuzzy peeked out a little bit earlier on. Maybe there would have been a world where he could have had the kill, but instead Summer's gone down on the B bomb site, and with Summer and somebody gone, no one's left here to try and defend. I have to say, Rare Atom have been playing a very jiggledy-piggledy version of the CT, and that's sort of the only way I can describe rotating out players as frequently as they are to one side or the other, right? Fuzzy was playing second B at first. Somebody was playing second A for a little while when he was getting aggressive. Going on here.
Well, it felt like they were almost practicing to do that jump, and they failed it now twice, so they've called it off. That jump.
You have to run blue side, don't you?
No, that jump is just simply possible, but
Okay.
I don't know if it was Senzu, I think. Yeah, he just kept clipping the corner, so didn't quite make it. Sorry, I realized I didn't really finish my point before. 7-5, 8-4, those were score lines that were had before when they played against Rare Atom, but in both of those maps ended up in overtime, so that's why I'm saying, you know, there's a big reason to never take a lead for granted. The Mongols, you know, if they could just move into further dominance, you know, get past 8. I
won't lie to you, I don't think you started that point either.
I did. I mean, I did.
Okay.
I definitely did. At the start of the last round. Either way.
Okay.
That just shows you don't listen to me. Every time I waffle, you just like tune it out. It's like a certain frequency that only the viewers can hear.
I was a little bit busy trying to figure out why is Fuzi going to A? What's going on here? I feel like, oh, that flash is not right. It does feel like Corey's not been able to get too involved, and obviously his role is one where, you know, unlike other maps, middle doesn't actually see that much action in Anubis very often. But it is a little bit of a shame.
Yeah, it's either getting hammered all the time or it basically goes neglected. It's kind of one or the other. Really nice boost into B. 910 just dropping on top of somebody and catching him off above that smoke. Some are even playing around a smoke, which is very awkward because Senzu is a little confused why he couldn't make his way all the way through. Finally finds Summer, but they now realize that the rotates are here because Corey's not typically on this site.
Also, because Mzinho's got a site under lock and key pretty much, so let's see whether or not he wants to go for more of an exploration. bLitz can try and tee down middle and see if he can get the bomb down there. Rare Atom have rotated away everyone, X-Pro included. And 910's been left behind to make sure that no one can actually come through canals. That means it's a 2v3 should they retreat back on the CT side from the correct pathways, and it feels like they have already chosen to do so. Bomb's going to be planted out for A main. 910, this will be around the time you start pulling a knife out and running as fast as you humanly can, otherwise you're not going to be involved in this round. Mzinho drops down. I don't know if it's possible to do that silently, but it did look like that's what he was trying to plan. Corey. Mzinho's ducked out, trying to take the duel, but he doesn't realize there's another player added to the conversation. Now bLitz is basically in a 1-on-3. The bomb is not planted in a way that 910 can stop it from being defused. He has to come into play. bLitz good for the one. If 910 can take down Fuzi, then bLitz can go for the wide swing out as well. X-Pro not sticking the bomb, and bLitz can take him down in the end. 910 does come late, but he has the only kill that was needed.
Yeah, better late than never. Absolutely. I mean, there was a chance that Fuzi was just simply able to get the trade onto bLitz, and even if Fuzi died there, then it would just simply be a one-on-one between 910's AWP and X-Pro. And if that's the case, you know, 50-50, X-Pro, I mean, with his notable AUG, could have made it work. But the Mongols were being tricky about that round. Like you said, just getting so much space over towards A. Rare Atom have not had a great amount of success thus far on the defensive half of their map pick in the series. Of course, you don't get side selection. Mongols opted to choose T. They're showing us exactly why. This is one of the more T-sided maps inside of the pool.
Senzu seems to have gotten the better of that duel almost every time. Corey, flashbang's gonna help him out as he moves through, finds one, not ready for bLitz inside the smoke, perhaps.
Yeah, I think they definitely expected it spammed, but they completely vacated, and now bLitz is just sliding in where there is this gap to exploit.
bLitz treating it like the DM. He's gone all the way through, and he's got what he needed. X-Pro, though, still trying to play White Knight in this situation, I suppose, but he's running out of bullets, and he can't take down bLitz in time. It's a 3-on-2 now, and Summer and Fuzi have got nothing to add to this. They should be going down should they even look to contest. Again, a lurker has been left behind. Senzu's looking to hunt already, so if they do get a kill quickly, there's a world where, you know, that decision is regretted, but no, Summer doesn't want to even try.
Yeah, and he's probably going to get shot in the back of the head if he's not too careful. Oh, rounded the corner just in time. This is a save from Rare Adam, and it feels pretty poor to go for, considering they are facing off against what is a 9-2, potentially 10-2 scoreline. I think Senzu just caught a whiff of where somebody had, or rather where Summer had gone off to, and could eliminate this rifle too, but time runs out. 2 rifles saved. Yeah, this is looking like it could just be a 10-2 half, and I asked for a little bit more dominance from the Mongols. 7-5, 8-4, now 10-2 potentially on the cards. This would feel pretty insurmountable for Rare Adam, even moving into what is the T's favored half, sure, but very reliant on winning the pistol and basically going flawless from there. Say I'm very much impressed with the way that Senzu has been approaching his fights towards Dark. May not be the most important person this round, as 910 is actually hunting into the A main with that AWP. They've been able to walk into A so many times over that they just decide, like, we're just gonna take this fight. We're gonna take this peak. There's nobody here so frequently. The AWP of 910 strikes, and Mzinho there to close the gap. Corey's rotate also just dismantled. Rare Adam get nothing effectively on this round. Sure, 1 kill, but they have to retake now 2 on 4. It's not looking good.
Rare Adam have effectively gotten nothing in this half, it feels like. And that's not changing at any point soon. Summer and somebody at this point might as well start the KDA players meme, because there's nothing they can offer to this round at all. Senzu's got himself in a great position as well. Mongols had enough utility to run down the time in a way where Rare Adam now, even if they start dueling and win all 4 fights, they'd have to do it John Wick style if they want to have time. 10-2, we're going to go into a break with Mongols feeling very comfortable. I don't know if Rare Adam could do anything about it in that second half. Michael, you said that an 8-4, 7-5 might be still something to be worried about. Is it 10-2 okay for you, Michael?
Yeah.
Does that satisfy your expectations?
I'm satisfied, but not a very satisfactory half for Rare Adam, that's for sure. And a 3-2 split immediately called on this T-side pistol. They're trying to take control over mid and maybe even link up via canals because they are set up for what looks to be a B-side pop. Oof.
Well, they're popping on the B side. You know, their heads are popping. X-Pro looking to get some responses in. Does get a headshot, but not the kill. That's unfortunate. And it's Senzu on the other side, so it's just getting worse and worse and worse. Senzu! Another quad kill in a pistol round. And listen, man, you say what you want. Those pistols matter so much in the current state of the game.
Oh, I mean, they matter even more in the current state of this game because Rare Adam basically needed that pistol if we wanted to see them come back at all on their map pick. You know, they decided Anubis was going to be a fun time, and it has been everything but that for them. It's really strange because, you know, at their very first gun round on CT side, they got very hyper-aggressive, pushing a main, fighting inside of canals. It felt like they were really trying to constrict the Mongols, and then every other round afterwards, we basically never saw that again. I thought they were gonna add in a little bit of aggression here or there every so often, but it just never really happened. It's like a hermit emerging from his domain, but he realized that he hated the social interaction and decided to close the shell once again.
I feel slightly attacked, and I don't know why.
You chose to be offended.
Well, they're choosing to go back into the bomb site, which is going to be defended, not by much. Actually, Fozzy continues to defend the B bomb site. He hasn't realized he's switched out roles yet, and well, you know what? If it makes you feel any better, he's not going to have to realize it for too long. It's really only one round left.
Yeah, well, that was a very depressing round to look at. So they get the one kill, the flash is in, and then trades by your team. Like, we're getting TKs in there as well. I don't know. This is a map that they simply want to put behind them. I imagine as fast as possible. They have to fight for every single one of them because they lost the pistol.
I mean, how Swedish CS has fallen from winning majors in CSGO and CS 1.6 to now killing your Chinese teammates in CS2.
Yeah, what a sentence.
Well, another day, another opener. Rare Atom are on the receiving end. Oh, Corey at least gets a response there. 910's going to be swinging out right wide on the other side, and feels like Expert hasn't even registered it yet. I can't blame them. The man who went down does probably communicate in English, and can be troubling in the end.
What? Oh! Okay, I don't know what's happened there. But it doesn't change the result. The Mongols, 13-2. It's a complete whitewash. I don't really know how to describe this other than the Mongols took over. And Senzu really showing a nice dominant force, or proving to be a dominant force in this particular...